reach full power, we need not only your master crystal, but also the remaining 25 slave crystals from the surface. How do you expect to retrieve them when we don't have any Earthbound operatives left?
You fool! Do you think I'm unaware of the situation? If we don't have any friends left on the surface, then we need to find an enemy.
Crash? Crash? Crash! My battery is fried. Make yourself useful, big brother, and bring an extra battery for me.
And so we begin another adventure. What's up, guys? My name is Panzanite, and welcome to my Let's Play of Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back. This is going to be kind of going along with Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. It'll be kind of going on and off with every other day, kind of switching them off on what days they're going to be on and everything. And that right there is Aku Aku. He is our protection. Normally, if we get hit, we will die immediately. But Aku Aku will be our protection, but he will not save us from bottomless pits. So you had to be aware of that. Also, the girl that we had talked to at the beginning was Coco. Like, best get the introduction out of the way first. We are Crash Bandicoot. We are a mutant Bandicoot that had experience on, and it's kind of more something for the first Crash Bandicoot. Aku Aku's our friend, Tiki Face kind of person that kind of helps us along. He'll be with us quite a bit. And the girl that talked to us a little bit ago is named Coco, and she is Crash Bandicoot's sister. The two people that you saw earlier, the one that looked like they had a missile in his head, his name is Engine. The other guy's name is Cortex. We'll be kind of seeing them more later, but I just want to kind of get those introductory things out of the way. So let's head into this portal, or portal-esque thing, I guess. Let's see where it takes us.
Well. If it isn't Crash Bandicoot, welcome. I apologize for the crude means used to bring you here, but I rather expect a written invitation would have been turned down. I need your help. Surrounding you are a series of 5 doors. Through each door lies a well-hidden crystal. The crystals look like this. Bring me the crystals, Crash. That is all I will say for now. We will speak again.
And now we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of the story. We're going to collect the crystals for Cortex for whatever reason. He doesn't really give us, he doesn't kidnap our sister or anything. We just go along with it. He doesn't really tell us how, but as you can see, there are various portals around here, and they each have their own names, and they all have indentions. The ones that kind of look like the crystals that Cortex showed us, those are the only requirements that you need to get out of all these areas. And they're usually out in the open, so you can very easily see them and get them while you're completing the story, or excuse me, levels. The other indentions next to it are gems. The ones that there are 1 gem along with every crystal in every level, but some, like Turtle Woods and Snowgo, have a color crystal, which certain requirements are needed to meet. And Hang 8 also has one, but it's not colored. I don't remember what that was for though. And pretty much how this game is, it's pretty much a platformer game where you generally run away, or run with your back toward the camera. But regardless, enough of all that stuff, let's go ahead and head into Turtle Woods, since that is technically the first level of this area. And now I can kind of explain more of the gems. Or first of all, you always start in this kind of teleporter area. You can't go back. However, generally what you're supposed to do is collect. To get a gem, you need to break all the boxes in the level. However, the extra gem in this game, and this level, wow, I cannot speak today for some reason. The way to get it is to not break any of the crates, including checkpoints and Aku Aku crates. Also, what I just jumped over is something that I'll be getting to a little bit later. Pretty much whenever we get the color gem, because it's pretty much a, oh no, maybe not. That right there is a bonus level, or bonus part of a stage. And you will go into there, and your goal is pretty much to collect all Wampa fruit, boxes, lives, whatever's in there pretty much. And if you fall out, like there's usually a bottom fit everywhere, but oh gosh, I don't remember how to get out of this. Oh, dang it. Oh well. I was hoping to get the gem and then grab the color gem and the regular gem, but I guess neither of those are happening because I don't want to backtrack all the way. Oh gosh. And here we have a little area where enemies will pop out and you have to defeat all of them to progress. Even though you can jump over it somehow, I can't do it myself because that's difficult. And it also kind of gets into some of the enemies. This turtle cannot be killed by spinning at him with the square button, which is usually the way you kill enemies. However, you have to jump, hit the circle button in mid-air to do a body slam. And kind of like in Mario and Sonic, if you collect things called Wampa fruit, just like, and it's kind of the equivalent to coins into rings in Mario and Sonic respectively. And if you get, I'm trying to show this off, if you get 100 of them, let me get the spots. Oh, there's a life. Anyway, you get 100 Wampa fruit, you earn a life. And here, out in the open, is a crystal. They're all pretty much out in the, as I said, they're all pretty much out in the open. Very easy to see and collect. Also, if you saw, I kind of collected the Wampa fruit without there being one there. If you kill enemies in succession within a close time frame, then you'll get some Wampa fruit. And here you can see this is where you get the gem if you got all the crates. However, I didn't because I messed up and didn't want to head back. But at the end of every level, you can kind of see your progress. You can see how many crates you have broken and how many are in the level. And let me show you. Okay. But regardless, we got what we came for as a crystal. Now we're back. And every time you grab any kind of crystal or gem, you place it back up there to show you that you've actually completed that level or gotten whatever stuff done.
Done, Crash! I knew I could rely on you. Now listen carefully. These holograms are hard to maintain. During the course of my intellectual pursuits, I have stumbled across a force that threatens to destroy the world. Crystals are the only means of containing it. The fate of the world is at stake. It is imperative, therefore, that you bring them to me.
There, Crash? 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 Are you there? Are you there, Crash?
A little ominous, but as you can kind of see, Cortex is kind of telling Crash that he's using the crystals to save the world instead of actually destroy it. And Coco's trying to break in, try to actually communicate with Crash. But I'm actually gonna go back in Turtle Woods and actually grab both of those two gems, just to kind of show you what they kind of look like. Let me try this again, because I think I realized what my mistake was. I'm gonna go through again and also not bother destroying any crates. There we go. Also, as a side note, you can spin enemies into crates and break crates, so be wary about that while you're in here. And there you go, got another life. Also, these armadillos, I think you can both jump on them and you can spin at them to kill them. Also, one thing I see, for some reason didn't even note, that Aku Aku has 3 stages. He has his normal stage, where it's just a normal rainbow, kind of like rainbow feathers, kind of what you saw earlier. And now he's gold, and that's the second stage, and that allows you to take another hit for Crash. So you have another hit to mess around with. And now what you're supposed to do is, sorry I didn't think about this, jump on this crate because it can't be destroyed in one hit. Just get over here. Nope. Okay. But there's a more powerful stage of Aku Aku. If you get if you break another Aku Aku crate, while Aku Aku is, that's really hard to say, is in his golden form, then he will quite literally jump on Crash's face, and Crash will then become invincible for a small period of time, and you'll be able to destroy anything in your path. You'll kill any enemies that you run into, and you'll also be able to destroy any crates you run into just by touching them. And as you can see, we now have the blue gem. Now what I'm gonna do. Now this might seem crazy, but instead of actually going all the way back and going back to the start and running all the way back, I'm just gonna fall in the pit. I'll lose a life, but I can gain the Aku Aku protection back during the level. So now I can go through and break all the crates. So I'll catch you back whenever I'm at the end of the level. Unless something important happens. So I decided to cut back here instead of at the end because this is actually a path I didn't show off. This is the path right before the first checkpoint. I'm just gonna break that box. It's kind of an alternate path. It's different from a bonus level, and back to myself, in that you can actually, there are actually enemies here and you can die in here. Okay, checkpoint. I believe there is some birds. I believe if you run into them, you'll get hurt. Also, nitro crates. Be very, very, very careful around nitro crates, because if you touch them, it instantly hurts you. If you have Aku Aku, you'll be fine, but if you don't, you'll die instantly. There we go. Got a life. And yes, the nitro crates count for the crate count. And those flamingos, they'll duck their heads down, but once you touch them, they'll squat down and won't come back up. Be very careful. Alright. That's actually very hard to do. Probably the hardest crates to get in this level. Because once you miss them, you can't get them back again. No, I can't! That's doing so well, too. So I guess I can't actually spin into them. I can jump on them, but I'm not going to. Oh, I got my life back. That's cool. Phew. So that's like a really intense moment for me because I usually mess it up a lot, and I usually don't get it on my first time through. Nope. Now that by the end of this part, anytime you see these green metal crates, they cannot be destroyed. However, when you hit them, you hear an explosion off in the distance. That destroys any nitro crates in that level. And they're usually kind of there at the end of any section with nitro crates, or pretty much at the end of the level. And that's pretty much there's no, and I guess sometimes it might also be around in other parts. So here we have the actual bonus level I was talking about before, or bonus section, I guess. As you can see, there are Wumpa fruit on the bottom left, crates on the bottom middle, and on the right you see your lives that you've gained through here, and it kind of is an indicator to see what you've kind of gotten through here. And once you get to the end, it all adds up to your total. There we go. Now kind of around the mud, but it's quicker that way, however, it just slows you down. Anyway, I guess I'll meet you back. I guess now I will now meet you back at the level, at the end of the level. Alright, we're now back at the end of the level, and we now have obtained the regular gem. So now we can finally leave the level. This might actually be the only level that I actually will complete, like entirely, both getting the gems and the crystals. The crystals are mandatory, the gems, however, are not. They're pretty much important for the extra ending. However, he also does a little dance thing. I guess that happens whenever you get everything in the level. However, that's the only one I'm actually probably going to actively go for. I guess of course he's going to talk about the gems, I suppose. No.
So,
It's like Cortex.
you were helping Cortex gather crystals, yet you have acquired a gem. Interesting. Well, Crash, No, this? As long as you are allied with Cortex, you are my sworn enemy, and I will do anything in my power to stop you. If the fate of the world is truly your concern, you must gather the gems, not the crystals. If you obtain all 42 gems, I can use them to focus a laser. A laser beam that will destroy Cortex and the space station he's created. Until then, I must use my forces to stop you from gathering.
And that, I believe, is Embryo. I believe, was the original villain Crash Bandicoot 1, or the original one, but I have not played that game actually. I think I might end this off a little bit early since we did just start, but I also had to go back through Turtle Woods again. Yeah, I think the other one will actually take a little bit of time. Maybe. Yeah, I'll play it safe and end off here. So I'm gonna head over here and save my game. And it shows wherever you save your game, it shows your progress. It's progress through the story, I believe, or it's progress throughout the entire, like getting both crystals and gems, your current lives, and also you can name your file. But I think while I'm doing this, I'll go on and just call off here. Hope you guys enjoyed this start of Crash Bandicoot. We'll be kind of going along every other day with Spyro, as I kind of already said. But until then, we're gonna probably do some more saves, maybe one or two more on the next episode. But until then, have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time.